right. Welcome back, all you Holotable heroes. Hope everyone had a fantastic holiday, fantastic Thanksgiving. What's up, guys? My name is Itachi, and I got my good friend, my buddy, my pal, Evo on. What's up, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, all right. What's up, man?
Not much. How you doing, man?
Good. Playing some WoW.
Huh? Jason, what's up, man? How you doing? So we got the green screen Discord emblem Evo this time because he's playing WoW in the background.
Wow.
So that's what we got going on right now. So we got quite a bit on the agenda today for our Imperial Military Podcast Show. Last week was absolutely a long week for me. Fortunately, we couldn't get our normal videos going. Just crazy business from a work standpoint for me, for sure. Plus all the other stuff, all the other stuff, the family stuff and things like that. So we're gonna have some fun tonight, and we're gonna talk about we've got a kit reveal with Moff Gideon. We've got our ultimate farming guide, guys, our ultimate farming guide, and then we'll do a Q&A after the farming guide. And the way we're gonna do the farming guide, please try to hold the questions for the Q&A. It's about a total of 12 slides. We're gonna go in phases, and we're gonna explain those phases why we are choosing to go with the characters we are talking about in those phases, so on and so forth. So Evo, if you can catch anything on the side, that'd be very helpful. But we're going to start off with my man's Moff Gideon kit reveal. It is finally up. Here, let me turn off the B-roll. There we go. So here we go, Moff Gideon. I am super excited about this guy. He is dark side support leader, Empire and Imperial trooper, and what better character to talk about for the Imperial Military Podcast Show, guys? Huh? He's an imp trooper and a leader, nice. So it's very nice, and he is yielding that dark saber there in this photo, as you guys can see. Highlights: wielder of the dark saber, swings the legendary weapon at an opponent, causing permanent armor shred. That's pretty much what Sabine Wren does. We'll read more into it. In control, has the ability to reset the turn order and then give his allies a surge of speed. Interesting. That's interesting. Leader of Imperial troopers, while supported with a fire team of Imperial troopers, gains several advantages from enemies who have the leader tag. Ooh, gonna be interesting to see what that does for us here with Moff Gideon. He does have 2 Zetas. I kind of looked ahead, didn't really read all the kit. I just was looking to see how many Zetas he had. He has 2. He's got 2 Zetas. So let's get started here. Empire leader that can lead a fire team into battle and punish enemies with the leader tag. Okay, so his basic is disruptive shot. There's the animation for you guys right there, going up against Evo's favorite guys there, those Jawas.
No, they're not Tuskens. My Tuskens rolling?
Your Tuskens, that's right, Tuskens.
Why is he picking on the Jawas, man? That's not cool.
It's the Empire, man.
What did the Jawas do to him?
Oh, man. So final text here is: deal physical damage to target enemy and gain 1 stack of insight, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If Moff Gideon has at least 4 stacks of insight, he gains the special ability Subversive Volley. Insight stacks last until the end of the encounter. Insight at 4 or more stacks, gain the special ability Subversive Volley. So You're going to gain 1 stack of insight every time he deals physical damage to target enemy. He'll gain a stack of insight, and then he can, once he hits 4, he's going to unlock a new ability, a special ability called Subversive Volley. So that's the next actual ability, granted ability, Subversive Volley. No cooldown, requires 4 stacks of insight, and those 4 stacks of insight aren't going to go anywhere. So this looks like an AoE here. I don't know if he's actually stunning or if it looks like they're already stunned. So let's see what happens. Final text: deal physical damage to all enemies and daze them for 2 turns. He's got some daze. This daze can't be resisted by enemies with the leader tag. Okay. So he's gonna put up some daze for 2 turns, and any character that has a leader tag cannot resist the daze. Moff Gideon loses all stacks of insight and this ability is removed. Okay, so it's not just, you're not going to be able to continue to do this. You're going to have to build back up those 4 stacks of insight. Once you use this ability, those insight stacks go away. Okay.
So I do want to pause for a second. You said it's anyone with the leader tag, so not just this person that's in the leader slot.
Right.
So if you're going up against bounty hunters, they're all going to get it because they all have the leader tag.
Right.
Interesting.
Right. Or even against Geos, you've got Brood Alpha that has the leader tag, as well as Poggle. Both of them would get daze. It's very interesting. Yeah. All right, special 1, Darksaber Lunge. It's a cooldown of 4. Check this out. So he's whipping out that Darksaber. He's got a kind of a lunge there. It's pretty nice, man. I like how that Darksaber looks.
Sounds kind of dirty. Whipping out his Darksaber.
Whip it out. Final text: deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict armor shred for the rest of the battle. So I mean, this is just like what the Darksaber does for Sabine Wren. So nothing too special there, actually.
Still pretty cool. I mean,
it is very cool.
That's probably one of Sabine's best attributes.
Yeah, armor shred is a real deal. It's great. Raids, PvE, PvP. I mean, putting armor shred on a tank or anything like that is fantastic. It's a great debuff. It's a permanent debuff. It locks, so can still be resisted though. It's not resistible. It's not unresistible. All right, so special 2 is a Zeta. Control the situation. Has a cooldown of 6. All right. Looks like he's calling everybody to assist here. Call all Imperial Trooper allies to assist, dealing 30% less damage. All units lose 100% turn meter, which can't be resisted. Then allies gain 25% turn meter. Tank allies taunt for 2 turns. Attacker allies gain 50% offense for 2 turns. And support allies gain 100% protection up. Wow, so he's going to strip turn meter from all units. I'm assuming it's all your enemy units. And
I don't know. It sounds like he strips it from all units, but gives 20% back to his team.
To his team, yeah. That sounds about right. Control the situation. So that's interesting. We'll see how that ends up working out, but that seems pretty cool. That looks great. He's calling everyone to assist. He attacks himself, so that should give you a stack because that's his basic attack of what was it called again? Insight. Should give you a stack of insight with doing that. All right, and then his leader is also a Zeta. Tactical deployment. Final text: at the start of battle, if Moff Gideon has exactly 1 Darkside tank ally, 2 Darkside attacker allies, and 1 additional Darkside support ally, all Darkside allies gain 30% max health and max protection. If all allies are Imperial Troopers, you get the following. Whenever an enemy with the leader tag uses an ability, Imperial Trooper allies gain 10% offense stacking until the end of the encounter. Whenever an enemy with the leader tag takes a turn, Moff Gideon gains 1 stack of insight. And Imperial Trooper allies gain 40% offense and revive with 50% health and protection the first time they are defeated each encounter. What? Whoa, that is like Night Sisters zombie stuff.
Well, the first time they're defeated, that's like the bounty hunter. What's it called?
Oh, or that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of what it's called right now. But yeah, it's like that as well. But this is not. This is something that is great. Imperial Troopers. Oh my goodness. I wish my IMPS account was not a free-to-play account. I would be wailing on this character right now on that account. My Imperial Troopers are quite superb. I would say not necessarily superb, but they are looking pretty good, my friends, on the IMPS account for sure. So this is pretty cool. He does have some very specific detailed things here for his leader ability in order to get this 30% max health and max protection, which is as much needed for troopers for sure, is survivability. And this is what his leadership is bringing with tactical deployment. But you must have exactly one dark side tank ally, 2 dark side attacker allies, and 1 additional dark side support ally, which shouldn't be too hard with Imperial Troopers. Oh man, and then all dark side allies gain 30% max health and protection. You're definitely going to want to put him with Imperial Troopers by far, getting all this additional bonuses. So whenever a leader tag, an enemy with a leader tag uses an ability, Imperial Trooper allies gain 10% offense stacking until the end of the encounter. So think about where Imperial Troopers are used right now. They're used against Night Sisters. Night Sisters typically has, if you're going 5v5, 3 leader tag characters that are the main characters for Night Sisters. You have Asajj Ventress, Mother Talzin, and Old Daka. They're all leaders and they all have the leader tag. Some also have what's the chick from the beginning that you get unlocked? Talia. What's up, Darth Asta? Some of them have Talia. Talia also, I believe, has a leadership tag on her. So this is gonna be very interesting because whenever they use any ability, the trooper allies are going to gain 10% offense stacking. That can get deadly really quick against a lot of teams. A lot of teams have multiple leader tag characters in there. So, and then whenever an enemy with the leader tag takes a turn, Moff Gideon gains 1 stack of insight. So it's going to allow him to get to that granted ability quicker. What was it again? Subversive volley. And get those stacks of insight even quicker outside of just using his basic ability. So this gives him another way to gain those stacks. And then Imperial Trooper allies gain 40% offense. So they're already going to gain 40% offense and then additional 10% offense stacking. It doesn't say, there's no limit to this stack of 10% offense. So at the so 40% offense and revive with 50% health and protection the first time they are defeated in each encounter. Imperial Troopers are about to be hitting hard, very hard. All right, so we're not done. He has a unique as well. Know your adversaries. Even though this isn't a legendary character, this kit is already insane. He is a marquee event character, and he's going to be a fantastic character and add to your roster by far. At the start of Moff Gideon's first turn of each encounter, he inflicts demoralized on all enemies, excludes raid bosses, until they are defeated. Moff Gideon is defeated or the end of the encounter. Demoralized can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. And what is that? It gives minus 50% offense, minus 25% crit chance, minus 25% crit damage. Does not stack with other debuffs. Interesting.
He's got a lot going on.
He does have a lot going on, man. This guy is going to be nuts. Okay, I got to catch up here. So we got some happy things. Not much. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Jason said Rumi had COVID, so I was quarantined in my room. Haha, you. Man, that sucks, man. The COVID stuff. Darth Asta. him and Piet, Death Trooper, Snow Trooper, and Shore Trooper will be a great team. Jason says, I love Piet with Vader and Thrawn. Darth Asta says, my Piet is 5-star right now, and I like him a lot. Farming him for Sith Eternal Emperor. Jason says, same. 28 out of 100 right now. I use those 3 with Watt and Scion. Man, those sound like some deadly combinations. Yeah, let's see. What did they suggest here? I think they do have Piet on here. Yeah, so they have Death Trooper, Snow Trooper, Shore Trooper, and Admiral Piet. So Admiral Piet would be another support. Shore Trooper is a tank. Death Trooper and Snow Trooper are both attackers. Very interesting. I can't wait to get Moff Gideon on my accounts, man. My my Admiral Piet is looking pretty good. I'm on 7-star march on 2 of my accounts for Admiral Piet going towards Sith Eternal. So very happy about that. All right, let us know down in the comments below, guys. Obviously, if you're live right now, you're commenting live, and we're keeping up with that. But let us know down in the comments below if you're watching this afterwards, what your thoughts are on Moff Gideon. Man, he is going to be great for troopers. All right, up next, ladies and gentlemen, the thing that you all have been waiting for. I know Evo and myself have been very excited about this. We've been going through we've been going through the slides together, building these slides and really talking about what is key for a farming guide. Now, this farming guide does not necessarily mean every single character in the game, but what it is geared towards is how do you make the most out of your time and resources while farming in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is going to be great not only just for someone brand new to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but also to veteran players out there that may be at a point in their farming where they're unsure which way they want to go. Maybe they've already got Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, and some of those guys, and it's like, man, where do I go from here? So we're gonna go through, and maybe something you got to set back into these phases to go over, but there's a total of 11 phases, my friend. So hold on tight. Let me catch up here. Jason says he looks like a dope addition 100%. Darth Asta says yes, he does. Spend money, video over.
Well put.
Very nice. Video's not over though. Don't stop the video right here. Guys, we're gonna get into that farming guide right now. So we're actually gonna cover our faces and we're gonna get right into this farming guide, starting out with phase 1. And how we're gonna do, I'm gonna go, Evo's gonna go, we're gonna talk and discuss what we have on these dark side, light side, dark side, cantina, squad arena store, galactic war store fleets, and what you're going to get unlocked during this time. So phase 1, we're going to focus in on Empire, and you'll probably understand where I'm going just right off the bat here. So phase 1, you're starting the game, you're going to want to farm these particular characters. So in light side, you're going to go after Royal Guard, you're going to go after Count Dooku. In dark side, you're also going to go after Count Dooku, and that is 5s. Okay, Cantina, you're going to be focusing in on Phoenix, my friends. Phoenix is your main goal here. You want to get them to 5 stars as soon as possible. So squad store, that means over in your squad store, you're going to be using that to start off with Kanan Jarrus, and you want to get your Tarkin started as well. Darth Asta says graphics look really good. Thanks, man. Thanks. I hope you guys enjoy all these graphics. We will post these all over in the Discord, so if you're not a part of the Discord, make sure you join down below. My man's Darth Asta can put a link into the chat if you're not already over there. Our Galactic War Store, we're focusing towards Zeb, and then Ahsoka Tano's ship, Starfighter. And over in your fleet battles, Anakin's Jedi Knight Starfighter is very early. It's in the 1 hards nodes. So you're going to start focusing on that first. Over in the store, you're going to start farming Umbaran Starfighter as well as Darth Vader. Now, getting these guys to 5 stars, you're going to kind of go between phase 1 and phase 2, which we'll get to phase 2 here in a little bit with Evo. For pretty much the first part of your journey, getting into probably close to level 85, you may be able to get there a little sooner at level 80 with getting these guys fully to 7 star. So phase 1, phase 2 is all about getting these characters to 7 stars. But you're going to unlock, these are 5-star unlocks: Emperor Palpatine, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and R2D2. These are all 5-star unlocks that you're going to be able to get with these phases. Now you can see here we actually have 5 Empire characters here. You've got Royal Guard, you've got Grand Moff Tarkin, you've got Darth Vader, which some of those Darth Vader shards you will unlock naturally as you progress through getting through your different your hard nodes and stuff like that, light side, dark side battles, cantina, and just getting the achievements. That's the word I was looking for. Getting achievements. You'll unlock Darth Vader kind of naturally, but getting him also in the fleet store will help accelerate that farm as quick as possible. And so this is phase 1, is going to be really focusing in on Empire. The Phoenix Squad, yes, I know, the Rebels, they're not Empire. Oh my gosh, why are we farming them? So the reason you're farming them is they're going to allow you to unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn and Emperor Palpatine. We're back to Phoenix first again, my friends, due to in light of everything that has happened over this past year. And so we definitely want to start off strong with the Empire, and you'll see why once we get to phase 4. So now we're going to go over to phase 2. I'm going to let Evo talk about phase 2. Real quick note, you're going to want to farm Galactic Republic ships ASAP. They're good, they're great, they're fantastic. Farm them, trust us.
Oh yeah.
All right, so phase 2.
Yeah. Phase 2, speaking of Galactic Republic, kind of getting us ready for our trek to the Negotiator, setting us up for that, and also setting up our teams for not only ships but just the really strong teams that you're going to get out of the Galactic Republic. So light side, taking a look there, obviously good old Anakin Skywalker, very strong character no matter what, not only just for the Galactic Republic teams, but his ship is one of the best ships that you're going to find there, and you'll see his ship is one of the focus over there again for the fleets. But Jedi Knight Anakin there, and Macklin, you're gonna have to help me out with
that's
these,
Veers, General Veers.
Veers. So General Veers there to, I mean, shoot, this is kind of foreshadowing with who just got released. But yeah, you're gonna want General Veers there for those imps as well. Dark side farming Ahsoka Tano, also very huge with her and her ship. And then that's Vader's ship that you have there, right?
No, that's the Imperial bomber.
Oh, that's the bomber. Okay,
yeah.
So that's one that I need to start working on. So Imperial bomber is going to be your dark side ship. And then, so remind me, what's the question mark there with Piet?
So I didn't get to fix that before the stream because when we made this, Piet was not farmable yet. That's how long we've been working on this.
Gotcha.
So, but he is in dark side. He is in dark side, so he's in the right spot.
Gotcha. So Cantina, Mace Windu, not the best character, but you do need his ship. Just to unlock some things later on, because theoretically you're not going to have Negotiator ready for what we're going to need it for later on. So you want to be using Mace Windu's ship with your Galactic Republic ships until you're able to get the Negotiator and get it leveled up.
Yeah,
so,
he's a babysitter for ships.
Yeah. Mace Windu, Plo Koon, obviously, he's actually, I don't know if most people watching the stream here have played much with Plo Koon, but in a Galactic Republic team, kind of a placeholder for your Padme teams, he's actually not a bad character. He puts out some damage on that team, but mainly you're going to be using him for his ship. So getting him up to gear 11 as early as possible to max your ship out. But a good overall character. And then my boy Boba Fett down there. He's in the store, right? That's where you got the S there.
Yeah, he's over in Cantina store.
So yeah, Boba Fett, him and his ship, two of my favorites. So good, strong starting character to be working on. Squad store obviously is Mace Windu again, and oh man, you're killing me with these names.
Kanan Jarrus.
I thought it was Kanan. Kanan is going to be over there in the squad store. Galactic War store, once if you're starting a new account, once you get it unlocked, is
Zeb.
Zeb, thank you. Zeb is one of my favorite characters. He's you farm him so fast once you unlock that store. Probably going to be your first 7-star character. If you're starting a new account. So, and then Galactic War Store is also Ahsoka Tano's ship, and then fleets straight to Anakin's ship. Definitely one of the best early ships that you can get in the fleets, and then Plo Koon's ship in the store there. And again, you're gonna have some Jedi that you're farming here. That's gonna help you unlock Master Yoda down there, Grandmaster Yoda, Green Monster.
That Green Monster.
And, same thing with Phase 1. You're going to be unlocking your Vader as you go.
Yep, and you'll be looking for him in fleets as well. So with this setup, just to expand a little bit more, Galactic Republic ships are so important in this game, guys. Do not sleep on your ships. Some people out there don't enjoy working on their ships, but go for Galactic Republic straight off the bat, guys. Mace Windu's ship is honestly, it's kind of tough to beat over in Ship Arena, especially early on in the game. And because of the characters that we have here, you're gonna have a really strong Galactic Republic fleet, and it's gonna be hard for people to beat that. Rebels take too long. There are too many characters that are associated with them. Empire isn't all that great. They're okay. And so really the next team to go with is really Galactic Republic. I put them at the top as far as entry level ship, capital ship, and ships to go with, plus what they provide for you later on in the game for in game. So you work on them early, you have them knocked out of the way, you can start working on your other fleets as you go along. So the cool thing about this is you're going to start off with really probably Rebels. Yeah, you'll start off with Phoenix over in the arena. Do not use the Jedi that you get here for a Jedi team in Squad Arena. Go from Rebels straight into Empire. The Empire characters are much stronger from Phase 1 and 2, for sure. So this all is going to lead us into Phase 3. And this, you're going to be getting over the level 85 cap if you're not there already at this point. So again, we're talking about this from more of a free-to-play, starting a new account perspective. So light side battles here, this is going to be all about Jedi. That's what Phase 3 is. It's all about your Jedi. So in this phase, we're talking about light side. You are looking at my man's Zalabar. We've got Director Krennic, and again, you're gonna see why we've got all these Empire characters in here once we get to Phase 4. And then you're gonna have the BTLB. Oh man, what is it? Starfighter or something like that? I think it's Starfighter. We just call him Bittleby. But it's a tank, Great Galactic Republic tank ship that you're gonna get here in phase 3 with your light side farms. So as far as farming priority for light side, it's going to be Zalabar, then Krennic, and then that Bittleby starfighter. So dark side, you're gonna actually farm Basilishan. This is light side Basilishan. There's a dark side version. Get the light side. We're going for something very particular here with your Jedi. And then Jolie Bindo, aka Baldy, here on the dark side. In your Cantina, you're gonna get Mission Val, you're gonna get T3M4, and you're gonna get First Order Officer. Darth Acid says he needs Bittleby still. So Cantina store, you'll get First Order Officer. Those Cantina store farms are typically fairly quick, not as quick as Galactic War Store, but like Mission Val, Zalabar, Basilishan, Jolie Bindo, you definitely want to take them up as high as you can with gear. So after you've gone through and done gear 12 for your Empire characters from phase 1 and 2 and your Galactic Republic characters from phase 2, that's when you're going to start working on phase 3 really. You want to get those guys up to gear 12, and you're going to understand why once we hit phase 4. And then you'll start kind of working on these guys. You'll probably even farm some of these guys while you're working on the gear for those characters. Remember, your Empire team is going to be your main arena team, and so squad arena, you want to make those guys as strong as possible. And your fleets, your Galactic Republic characters are going to be fueling those ships, and so the higher gear tier you can get them, the better, the stronger, the more survivable those ships are going to be. So then in squad store, we have got Darth Sidious and Greedo, and then in Galactic War Store, we have got my man's Cad Bane and our girl Captain Phasma. Now over in fleets, we're going to finish up Umbar and Starfighter. We're going to also start working on our Geo ships. Dark side ships are going to be imperative in order to actually get you through Zeta challenges on ships. So we found what works best for that are Geos. They're quick, they're easy to farm, and so that's where we've got Sunfax Starfighter here. And then that is Rex's Starfighter there in the store that you're going to get through the fleet store. So if it doesn't have an S on it, that means it's a hard node farm, just FYI for fleets. And if it doesn't have an S over in a Cantina, then you're going right into the Cantina nodes to farm those characters. Unlocks. Here we're going to unlock Jedi Knight Revan, and this is a very powerful meta team, guys. So you're going to really transition from your Empire team over to Jedi at this point. What this is going to do is what we're looking to do here, really, as long as you don't have some crazy whales and krakens in your arena shard, you're going to be able to stay pretty high up on the squad arena leaderboard, if not being able to take number 1 on a daily basis. Fleets, you'll definitely be able to take number 1 with the fleet that we've gotten prepared for you guys with that Galactic Republic fleet. And this is going to be these two areas are your main source of crystal income, and those crystals are going to be very, very important to you as you go farther and farther and farther into the game. So that's Jedi. We're going to move on to phase 4. I'm really excited about phase 4.
Sith Eternal Emperor. Yeah, I know you're excited about it. That's what you're working on right now.
It is.
All right, so this, along with all we farmed up to this point, is what it's going to take to get you to Sith Eternal Emperor. So we've got light side. Which trooper is that? Is that just the stormtrooper?
No, that's actually First Order Stormtrooper. So
Oh,
it's
it's first order.
foreshadowing phase 5. So phase 4 and 5 are going to be very, very heavy farms, and these are going to be kind of a slowdown point for everyone while you're farming, because these are going to take relics. And so this is, don't worry, we got some great stuff coming up in phase 6, but phase 4 and 5 you're going to spend a lot of time in. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, we've got the first order stormtrooper there, and then I love my bounty hunters, man. So we've got Jango Fett down here on the bottom. Dark side, we've got what is this dude's name?
General Hux.
General Hux. There we go. Dark side, we got General Hux, and this is the new
Sith Trooper.
Mm-hmm. Right? All right. So dark side, you got Sith Trooper and Hux. Cantina, we've got
Sith Marauder.
Sith Marauder. Man, I'm bad with names just in life. You got me trying to remember names here. So, Sith Marauder, we've got Old Man Han. He is, what do they call him? He's the...
part of the Viagra twins. Vet Han.
Veteran Han, thank you.
Vet Smuggler Han,
And then we're also farming some materials in the Cantina at this level. We're going to have some... To get your Sith Eternal Emperor, you need to have relic characters, right?
Right.
So we're going to need those relic materials there. Squad store. We've got this guy.
New Gunray. Hide your picks, guys. Hide whatever skeletons you got in your closets. Hide your dirty picks. Grandmaster Yoda, man, that dude, New Gunray, be getting me.
Yeah, you know what? I never understood what exactly he had against Padme. I mean, come on, she's cute. She's the ruler of the country, like a whole planet. Why you gotta pick on her, man? Come on, why you gotta pick on her? Trying to blockade her and all this stuff. Anyway, new Gunray in the squad store, and we got Leia. Galactic War Store. Wait a minute, hold on. What's this guy's name? Biggs, right?
Yeah.
That one's Biggs.
Biggs Starklighter. Yep.
Yeah, Biggs. I got it. Getting Biggs, man. Starting to get them rebels. Fleets. Working on, is that Fulcrum?
No. That's Shakti.
That's Shakti. Man, it's the hairstyles, man. Throwing me off.
Same race. You were saying close. Same race.
So you got me watching the Clone Wars, and it's like Ahsoka's like the main character in the first. He's like all over the place. So I got her in my brain. So fleets, we're going for Shakti. We are going for Canderous. That's Canderous, right?
That's Karth.
That's Karth. That's what I said. We're going for Karthanasi. And in the store, we're going for Darth Maul.
Yeah. And your unlock?
Unlock Sith Eternal Emperor, man. That's what the title is.
I know. So we're getting our first galactic legend here at phase 4. So like I said,
That's
we're going to spend some time. It is crazy. But if you do it right, you'll be able to have that. Now, let's think about what we've got up to this point. We've got an Empire team. We're going to have a bounty hunter team because Jango Fett's going to kind of cap that off there. You're going to have a decent rebel team with Phoenix. They need to go up to about gear 9, gear 10. You can kind of stop there with them. You'll have a Jedi team with Jedi Knight Revan. And then you're going to unlock Sith Eternal Emperor, your first galactic legend here. And you have some leftover Sith to do some really nice things with. So you'll have about 5-6 teams, which is going to be great for you over in Grand Arena. It's going to help you out with being able to do things like territory battles and territory wars. Free to play, is that about a year in? That's probably about a year in. You're probably about right, Darth Asta. You're probably talking about a year in for free to play for sure. And this is, like Darth Asta said, you'll be getting into, this is about your first year in. You'll have Jedi Knight Revan. You're going on to start doing relics for Sith Eternal Emperor and unlocking Sith Eternal Emperor. So it's going to be a grindy farm. I'm not going to lie, but it's going to pay off with the actual teams that you're going to unlock and how it sets you up for different things from territory wars, territory battles, Grand Arena, Fleet Arena, and squad arena. I think this is what's going to give you your best bet at being all around in the game where you need to be. So as you can see, we already started working on some first order teams, which foreshadows our next phase. Phase 5 is going to be Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Slicker. And you're gonna get your first order in here. So what we got in our light side here is going to be first order TIE pilot. We've got the command shuttle, and I can't remember who else is tied to the command shuttle, but there's another character that's tied to the command shuttle. It's actually a very important character. Do you got your game pulled up, Evo?
I can. Which one's the command shuttle?
It's Kylo's command shuttle. It's in light side, hard node.
It's who all have you said so far? There's 3, because it's Kylo.
Yeah, but no, the node itself, the farming node, has someone tied to it. I can't remember.
Can't be putting me on the spot.
Darth Acid says a year in, you can easily get first in arena with Sith Eternal. Absolutely, you'll be able to get first all day long. So you're to pass your year.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's Darth Sion.
Darth Sion. There we go. And Darth Sion is a very important character in this game as well. Fantastic tank for your Triumvirate team for Sith Triumvirate. So dark side, we're going to have Bastila Fallen. So this is the dark side Bastila. And then we've got Bosk, and Bosk is a very important character with his ship and for fleets for sure. He's going to help out your bounty hunters quite a bit as well. Now over in Cantina, you'll notice we have nothing to farm in the store for Cantina. This farm is all about getting to your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so you're going to have to focus in on crew here, and crew's a very nice node. It's a 2 node, so you get crew as well as his ship, which is going to be actually pretty important. And then crew is Kylo Ren unmasked. Then you got regular Kylo with the mask on, not the broken mask, because obviously that's Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And you also have Fox, First Order Executioner here, all in the Cantina battles. Over in Squad Store, we've got Stormtrooper Han in IG-88. IG-88 along with Bosk, along with Cad Bane and Boba are going to be needed to be able to unlock Han's Millennium Falcon later on in the game. Galactic War Store, we've got K2SO. And then we've got in fleets B1 battle droid. We also have Slave 1, which is Evo, one of Evo's favorite ships in the game. Ricardo, what's going on? For Boba Fett. And then over in the fleet store, you're gonna start farming General Grievous. Now, unlocks in this phase 5. So we're almost at halfway point here. You're gonna be able to unlock the finalizer, which is General Hux's capital ship, which is a must in order for you to unlock Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And because of all the First Order, you'll be able to also unlock BB-8, which is going to be good for later on down the road. So what we're talking about here is within your first year, you're going to have Sith Eternal Emperor. Going into your second year of playing the game, you're going to unlock your second Galactic Legend. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is probably, I would say right now, is the best Galactic Legend in the game because of his overall viability. He's hard to beat. And he does amazing things over in raids, and this is going to be very important for you to continue to build your roster depending on the guild that you get into. So being able to do heroic raids, being able to solo, get top spots means better gear. More gear means you're going to be able to gear your characters quicker. Better gear allows you to gear your characters quicker. All right, so let's slide on over to phase 6.
Slide over to slide 6.
Slide 6, yeah. So here's phase 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Rebels. Rebels on rebels on rebels on rebels on rebels. So many rebels. But these are good rebels. I'm going to start with the unlocks. This gets you 3 characters. This gets you Luke. Which
Luke?
CLS.
Like
CLS.
now.
Yeah. Commander Luke Skywalker, right? CLS.
Mm-hmm.
That gets you Chewbacca, the Chewbacca, not any other Chewbacca, but the Chewbacca. And it gets you C-3PO.
Yeah. 3
strong characters.
So this is kind of like, before you get into all the farms, this is like the relief after the hard farming for 2 Galactic Legends back to back. You're going to be able to unlock these guys quick.
Yeah. Like go farm these other little guys here and get these 3 really good guys out of it. This is a good one. This is probably one of my favorite slides because I like everything on this slide. So light side. Oh, you're going to have to help me with the Ewoks, man. But light side, you're going to do, what is it? Farm something Luke?
Farm boy Luke.
Kind of useless outside of using him for Commander Luke Skywalker, but easy enough farm. And then that Ewok
Elder.
That's Ewok Elder. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, start getting those little fuzzy little bears in there.
Murder bears. They're
Dark
not
side.
Don't sleep on them bears.
They're fuzzy.
They're
fuzzy.
They're murderous fuzzy bears.
Yeah, well, that's fine. They can be fuzzy murder bears. Dark side's my man Wicket. I know that one. And then Sabine. Sabine, right?
Yep, Sabine Rain.
So we're finishing Sabine here because we were farming her early on.
We did not farm her early on. Yeah.
Oh.
We just farmed the core 5.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Got it. Yeah, Sabine is something that I did personally on my first account. So yeah, Sabine, we're gonna get her here, round out the rest of that Phoenix team, so we can get her ship. Good overall character. Cantina, we're gonna go with Old Man Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got
Chief Chirpa.
Chirpa Derp, getting Chirpa in there. And then in the store, we're going for which one is that?
Admiral Akbar.
No, the store, the ship, man.
Cassian's U-Wing.
In the ship there, the Cantina store. Squad store, we're going for Admiral Akbar. It's not a trap. You can farm him there. It's not a problem. And then we're also going for, dude's name.
Cassian Andor.
Cassian. So I should have known it says U-Wing right there, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting Cassian and Admiral Akbar. Galactic War Store, all the ships. Let's farm all the ships. All of them. Doesn't matter what. Fleets. I know the Mandalorian. I don't remember his friend's name.
Grief Karga.
Grief. See, you should, man, kill me with these names. I'm just here for the comic relief, everybody. Grief Karga. So I do not have experience with these guys. I know you hit them hard on one of your accounts.
2 of them, actually.
I've seen them given some trouble when I've gone up against them. So Grief Karga, Mandalorian, unfinished Mandalorian. I'm waiting to see the
Beskar.
full shiny Mandalorian.
Full Beskar.
Yes. Beskar, yes. Apollo Creed. And then
Apollo Creed.
which ship is this here?
The store. I think that's Wedges. It's Biggs or Wedges. I can't remember.
Well, that narrows it down.
I think Biggs is in Galactic War Store, and I'm pretty sure Wedges is in Fleets.
All right, so we're looking at, so according to the picture, this looks like Wedge, and we're farming it in the Fleet Arena Store.
Yep,
that's the one. That's the one. So that'd be Wedge Antilles ship, and again, we're looking to unlock CLS. Definitely one of my first legendary unlocks, one of my favorite ones. Chewbacca and C-3PO.
Yep.
On our Rebels.
So on here, guys, a lot of these characters, so like the characters for Commander Luke Skywalker, outside of R2-D2, you probably don't need to take them past like Gear 8, Gear 9, because they're not really outside of Old Ben and R2-D2. Old Ben, you want to relic him. R2-D2, you want to relic. Farm Boy Luke, Stormtrooper Han, Princess Leia. You can probably stop around Gear 9 or 10 to unlock Commander Luke Skywalker. Ewoks, about Gear 10, Gear 11. You don't need to take them past there. They don't need to be Gear 12. Sabine's in a ship, so again, the higher the better. Phoenix, I really don't recommend taking past Gear 11 anytime soon. That's like a much farther, like late game type of farm. That guy from Happy Gilmore, just tap it in. The same thing with like Cassian. I'd probably say Gear 11. Gear 11 for ships. These guys are really in there for ships. They're to help build up your ships, have a rebel fleet, to be honest with you. All your bounty hunters, for the most part, I would at least Gear 12 and probably relic majority of them. Bounty hunters are devastating on defense in Grand Arena if you don't know how to take care of them. Grief Karga and the Mandalorian add some new mechanics to bounty hunters with some cleansing, some retribution, and stuff like that from Grief Karga, and a insta-kill from the Mandalorian once he gets his payout. So those guys you definitely want to go ahead and gear up. All right, let's get over to Phase 7. Phase 7 is my girl, Padme Amidala. Leia's mom has got it going on. So here you're gonna see all of the geos are definitely in this particular phase. So on light side we've got Poggle. There's a ship attached to Poggle. I don't remember which ship it is, but there is a ship attached to Poggle, so you're gonna get a lot of 2-for-1s on some of these farms as you're farming these characters. The same thing with Droideka. Droideka has a ship attached to it. Droideka's ship, both of them are bounty hunter ships. I can't remember which is which. One is IG 2000 and the other one is Cad Bane's ship. I don't remember which one is which. But you're gonna farm these two guys at a light side. Dark side,
IG 2000 is the Droideka.
Okay. Which means Cad Bane's ship is going to be Poggle. Dark side, you're going to go ahead and farm. We're going to start working on Night Sisters, guys. So we've got Night Sisters Zombie here. And then we have got Magma Guard here on dark side as well. It's going to be used for separatist droids with General Grievous along with Droideka, B1 battle droid, and B2 super battle droid, and then Grievous. And then Cantina, you're going to have 3 farms here. We have got Geonosis Brood Alpha, we have got Spy, and we have got Soldier. And then in the store here we've got Old Daka. Now these geos, guys, these geos are, there's plenty of counters to them, but they're the easiest way to get through the Padme event by far. I've done the Padme event 2 different ways, one with geos and one with General Grievous droids. Doing it with Geos is so much easier. They attack so much, they recover so much health and protection, and you get an additional unit with these guys because of Brood Alpha summoning the Brute, and the Brute is a tank. So very nice compliment here to these Geos. They do a lot of assisting, which is fantastic, and Spy has the potential to one-shot characters. This is a fantastic Grand Arena territory war defensive team. Counters are out there, but they are tricky. If you don't pay attention to the mods, to the gear and stuff like that, they can take out meta teams. And this is about making the most for your Grand Arena teams. On defense, you want to draw out those meta teams as much as possible to go against things like Geos or Night Sisters and things like that. Plus these guys have ships, so not Poggle, but Spy, Soldier, and Sunfac, what you see over there in fleets, they all have ships, and they're one-man crews for these ships, and their ships are very good as well, especially once you get the Malevolence unlocked. They're going to be needed for that capital ship. All right, moving on to Squad Store, we've got Asajj Ventress here, another Night Sister. We've got HK-47. Galactic War Store, you're pretty much going to be farming ships from here on out at a Galactic War Store to convert over into the Shard Shop store for gear and things like that, as well as completing any ships that you haven't gotten to 7 stars yet. And then over in fleets, we got the Firecracker. She's hot, red hot, and a great one-man team for Grand Arena is my girl Emphas Nest. She is a one-chick killing machine, being able to take out things like Phoenix squads on her own and a multitude of other lower tier teams that you tend to see in Grand Arena. So great way to get maximum banners in Grand Arena. She does a lot of counter attacking and health and protection gain, and putting up Daze and stuff like that. She's just good. She's good and very annoying to deal with once she's relicked. Even gear 12, if you don't have the right team to take care of her, she's annoying. Then we got Scion. We're going to complete off Scion here in fleets, fleet hard nodes. And then over in the store, you're going to pick up my man Sunfac. So Sunfac is going to be here. Again, ships and Geos is going to be needed in here. And so we're going to unlock here the aggressive negotiations of Padme Amidala. You know, Leia's mom has got it going on. Yeah, so Padme will be your unlock here in phase 7. All right, so we're gonna move on to phase 8.
You trying to tell me something? Giving me gas?
Hey man, I don't know what to tell you.
And this one has got some characters in it. You got Night Sisters, you got Sith. We're getting all kinds of stuff to unlock gas in this one. Not just unlocking gas. Gas is like, he's the mainliner in this, but
Gas is definitely the headliner. Yeah.
Mainliner, like he's a drug or something. Just mainlining gas. All right. So what we are farming here, light side, we are getting Mother Talzin. And the Honey Jahani. Yes.
DSP's favorite chick.
So is her name just Jahani? Because I'm so used to hearing you call her the Honey Jahani.
Yeah, it's Jahani.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I didn't know if she had a last name in the game or something like that. But Mother Talzin, Night Sisters, an awesome team, and Jahani. You need Jahani for the Malik down there. Dark side. Oh, we're getting Ray.
Stick Ray.
Stick Ray?
Yeah, Scavenger Ray.
Gotcha. And then we are also getting Nihilus on the dock side. Cantina, that's B2 Super Battle Droid, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one is Canderous Orgo.
See.
And then we're gonna get
Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron. I knew there was a P in there. Poe Dameron in the Cantina Battle Store. Squad Store. I don't know what these things are called, but you want to farm all of them.
It's the
all of them. If you have less than 1,000 banked, you need to farm them.
It's the fleet material.
Yeah,
prestige.
You need these for your capital ships to upgrade all of their abilities. So when you unlock your negotiator finally, or whatever capital ship you're going for, you're going to need all of these to upgrade the abilities right away. Galactic War Store, you are farming this guy.
Resistance Pilot.
That's what I said. Resistance Pilot. In the fleets, I know the top one is Poe Dameron's ship. I'm going to assume the second one is Biggs' ship.
Nope, that's Resistance.
That's
X-Wing.
Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance X-Wing. Yep.
Resistance X. And then all the Zetas. Every Zeta you saw. Zetas are always showing up. It's the second one, the Omegas that aren't always there, but the Zetas are always there. 2,000 apiece. Get your ships first, and then get them Zetas. You will be unlocking General Anakin Skywalker, gas. Also going to unlock, Darth
Revan.
Why am I Revan? Thank you. Man, drawing a blank. Darth Revan and Malik. Darth Revan first. Gonna have to work on the rest of the teams to get Malik unlocked, and then you're gonna be farming him in the store there. But these will be the last characters that you need to get yourself those two guys down the bottom there, and work your way towards General Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, I mean, going into this, outside of Padme, you'll actually have all the other characters ready to go for gas. It's Padme and B2 Super Battle Droid.
Darth Acid, it's just over 70k per, so it'd be closer to 150.
Yeah, so your get one, you're gonna save. We'll talk about that here in a little bit when we go over the stores, but you're gonna save your get one after a certain point to be able to get the rest of your gas shards, because you only unlock gas at 5 stars, and your Darth Malik shards, you only unlock him at 5 stars as well. They're epic confrontation characters.
Let me do the math on that quick.
So this is going to be kind of like this will probably take you about as long as Sith Eternal Emperor or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. The nice thing about this is, as you guys have seen up to this point, we've pretty much farmed majority of the characters that are needed for these two characters, for the exception of Canderous Ordo, Juhani. Now you could probably go with Canderous over Juhani for getting Darth Malik, and then B2 Super Battle Droid will be actually the only character that you'll really need to kind of speed up, but you'll probably get to B2 before you get to this phase, because Cantina goes faster than light side and dark side farms. Okay, cool. Slot, give me all the get currency as well. All right, while he's figuring that out, we're gonna move on to phase.
I'm just putting it in the chat. You can move on.
Okay, moving on to phase 9. So phase 9, we're gonna be unlocking that nice black wearing Jedi Knight Luke, that black outfit that he has with the robot hand, finally get the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And so here in the light side, we're gonna be farming Mon Mothma, 3PO, and Chewie. So these guys are new adds to this, which is nice to the game. Mon Mothma is going to be very similar to Geo's, but for rebels. And so she's going to have that same type of synergy. She has a character that she summons, just like Geonosis Brood Alpha, but fun character. Can be a tough defense again for Grand Arena. And so we were thinking about all these different things: Grand Arena, Geonosis territory battles, light side and dark side, as well as things like the raids. So this is why we went the way that we did. You're gonna finish up your stick ray farm here on the dark side, and then we also have Holdo, Amlin Holdo here on this node as well. Now over in Cantina, the last two pieces you're going to need for Jedi Knight Luke is going to be Captain Han Solo and Lando Calrissian, that sly guy, here in Cantina. You're also going to be farming Ebon Hawk out of the Cantina as well, which you're going to need for another phase. Squad store, you're going to be going after, again, those prestige mats. Pretty much at this point with your squad store, you're going to have the prestige mats so that you can maximize your capital ships and their abilities. Galactic War Store, it's all about ships. Fleets, you're going after gear and Lando's Millennium Falcon is what we got there. And then over in the store, again, we've got Zetas. And so here on this node, you're going to unlock Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. So that's going to be your unlock there. It's going to be a great addition to your Jedi here with Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, with him being able to slow down the enemy with one of his special abilities. Really going to help you out with Geonosis territory battles light side as well. That particular TB is extremely rough to get through, so that is going to be phase 9. Now we're going to move over back to Evo for phase 10.
Give me 1 second. I was shoving some chips in my mouth. Phase 10, Master Luke Skywalker, the
Jedi
third
Master, yeah,
that we're farming on here. Actually, the fourth, but the third, like, unlock really cool Luke. Light side, what we're looking for here is Finn. Which Finn? This is the
Resistance
Finn, right?
Hero Finn, actually.
Oh, that's the Resistance Hero Finn. Okay, gotcha. And
Rose Tico.
what I think should be his love interest, I don't know, because she's in love with him. Rose Tico. They made that whole thing confusing. I don't know who's in love with who in that trio of movies. I'm confused. I think they're confused, but it's all right. Dark side, ships for days. We are doing okay. So which ships? So I know that's
Hyena Bomber.
Oh, okay, Hyena Bomber. And that's the that's Rey's Millennium Falcon, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's needed for. Is that needed for Luke's event? No.
So by the time we hit here, the only character that we don't have unlocked is Jedi Training Rey, which is needed for Luke. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cantina, really hitting those materials hard, because you're gonna have so many people by this point that need to be relics. So, and then we've got that is the veteran Chewbacca to go with your veteran Han, needed for Rey. And I forget what that droid's name is.
L3.
Gotcha. Squad store, we call these prestige, right? Is that what we settled on? All the prestige. Galactic War Store, it's getting kind of easy down this end. Galactic War Store, straight into ships, fleets, straight into gear, as well as the Zetas. Probably need to prioritize the Zetas over the gear, but if you're trying to finish out a piece, grab that gear.
Gear's going to be on the nodes, and then the Zetas are in the store.
Oh, God, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're going to need those
Because they got gear 12.
Those gear nodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you're more than that. I think like 4 out of the 6 pieces getting yourself to gear 13. A lot of the gear is only in fleets, so that makes. I see where you're going there. And then the Zetas in the store. And then you should be able to unlock Emlyn Holdo's ship, Jedi Training Rey, and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, so now you're getting to your 3rd Galactic Legend. We're doing another hero's journey here as well with Jedi Training Rey. And then you're going to get Holdo's ship, the Radis is what her ship is called. And so we're setting ourselves up for our final phase 11 here at this point. In phase 11 is going to be Rey, Galactic Legend Rey. And so here we have got see, now I'm drawing blanks. I forgot what that ship is called.
I'm looking it up, but I sure as heck don't know it.
That
TIE Reaper.
TIE Reaper. So you get the TIE Reaper here, and the TIE Reaper actually has a character tied to it. I like these double farm nodes. Excuse me. And so this, you'll also get Shore Trooper in this farm as well. Dark side, you're gonna go ahead and work on Pimp Trooper. This is my favorite trooper, aka Range Trooper. It's actually Range Trooper. I like calling him Pimp Trooper though. But Range Trooper here as well. In Cantina, we're gonna get Daenerys Stormborn, aka Kira. So Kira is here, which is going to be actually pretty. She's a really good scoundrel leader, and her kit does some crazy things with scoundrels. And then we got Death Trooper here as well. My man's Death Trooper is just fantastic, actually. And then again, we have got those relic materials here. They're going to be needed to help you finish off relicking those characters needed for Rey. Galactic Legend Rey. And then over in the squad store again, we got Prestige, those Prestige mats, Galactic War Store fleets. This is gear and Zetas. I don't know how I missed the Zetas, but I did. But this is also Zetas here. Galactic War Store ships, and those ships are going to be just currency for you to be able to get more gear, essentially, once you get into the shard shop. And then your unlock here is going to be Galactic Legend Rey. Now, again, this is not every single character unlock through these phases. We're going to go over the stores here in a little bit. But again, this is to set up your roster the best we thought you could, in the best way possible. That really sets you up for some great success in Grand Arena, because Grand Arena gives you even more Zetas. Territory Wars, Territory Battles. Territory Wars, if you're with a good guild, is going to yield you even more Zetas. And Zeta mats are very, very, one, they're hard to come by. 2, they're very important in the game to help max out your characters. And as well as helping you out over in Squad Arena as well. So that was the whole goal here, was to hit those bases as much as possible. It's a guide, so again, if you don't want to follow it, you don't have to. We think this is just the most efficient way to use your resources in the game. So let's get over to our stores, and Evo and I actually talked quite a bit about this particular slide in particular, of who to put where. So it took us a little while to do. So your daily shipments and weekly shipments are very straightforward. It's all about gear. That's the simplest. Those are the 2 simplest shipments possible. Where it starts to get a little hairy here, as far as opinions go, is Guild Store, Get 1 and Get 2, right? This is where we kind of went back and forth on things. So Guild Store, so your kind of phase 1 here is really going to be, again, if you're in a good guild, you'll be able to get this currency on a regular basis. So you're gonna farm these particular characters. So this is Colonel Stark in Sexy Rexy, right here in Guild Store. That'll go from phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 3 and 4, we've got First Order Special Forces TIE Pilots, the longest name ever in the game, and Sun Pack. And then we've got 5 and 6, tiers 5 and 6 are going to be Dengar and Jyn Erso. And then 7 and 8 are going to be Low Gray and Echo. And these are going to be the most important characters that are in this store. After you get Echo to 7 stars, that's the last farm there, you'll go ahead and fully blast gear after that. It's all about the gear in there. You want to get the gear that's in there. Some of that gear is going to help you convert for relics and things like that, other relic materials. Now get 1, which is your guild event tokens. So there's a guild event tokens 1 and there's a guild event token 2. So hence get 1, get 2. Get 1, we're going to focus in on Hermit Yoda first. The reason for Hermit Yoda first is Jedi with Jedi Knight Revan and Hermit Yoda do the absolute most damage over in Heroic Sith Raid in phase 2. And so we wanted to put him in there early as possible to get him unlocked. Then you're going to go for Wampa. Wampa is going to be needed to unlock Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, who's also needed to get Grand Master or Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Then we've got Darth Malak and Gas are kind of interchangeable here, so it just depends on which one you unlock first. Typically, most people get Malak first. The event is not as difficult as Gas, and so that's why we decided to put Malak in front of Gas. The event is a little easier. Evo put in the conversions there. It's 380 per shard. So you need a little over 70,000 get 1 tokens per character. So after you get Wampa to 7 stars, you're just going to hoard that get 1 currency. Do not spend it on gear. Hoard it up. Once you get past let's say 150,000, let's say you don't have Malak unlocked yet, so once you get once you get past 150,000, then you can spend any excess on gear, but save it up. You'll get it quick. It sounds like a lot, but you'll get it quick. Darth Acid says substantially easier for Malak than Gas. Yes, it is it's a big difference in the 2 events. Get to go for Negotiator first. It's very important, one, that you're in a guild that is doing heroic raids and is doing Geonosis territory battles. Okay, early on when you're starting off, you may not be able to get into a guild like that. If you know some friends or something like that, and you're fortunate to get put into a guild like that, sink all your get to in Negotiator all the way to 7 stars. Then go for Malevolence. Okay, those 2 ships in this game are ridiculous. Okay, and once you get both of them unlocked, even the Malevolence at 5 stars, the Negotiator at 5 stars are ridiculous for Grand Arena and stuff like that. You can set your whole Galactic Republic fleet on defense with the Negotiator and go take the Malevolence in for offense, and you'll probably win majority of your Grand Arenas because it's going to be hard for them to get past your ships with how we have you building it. Also with your get to, you're going to want to get Rolo here. So Rebel Officer Leia Organa, who's going to be needed again for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. You need a 7-star relic, blah blah blah, but you're going to need Rolo. Like, our guild is switching off on light side territory battles right now. We're doing every other, so we'll do Geonosis territory battle light side out of one of the weeks, and the other week we're doing Hoth light side territory battles because we're able to max out stars on Hoth. So the big thing with that is being able to get these Rolo shards, so that our guild can work on together Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And then we got Imperial Probe Droid. Do not sleep on my man's Imperial Probe Droid. The Empire is on the rise again, my friends. An Imperial Probe Droid can be a very, very helpful character in this game, for sure, with his target lock and things like that for the Empire. So don't sleep on Imperial Probe Droid. That's the last thing you need to get to. And then after you're done with these farms, all your get 1, all your get 2 is just going into gear. Get your gear so that you can again accelerate your gearing of your characters. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. So all right, we're gonna hit the faces back up. Here, let's throw the B-roll back on and take the farming guide off. All right, so that, my friends, that was the farming guide. Now we're gonna go into our Q&A section, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I put the B-roll back on. What happened here? There we go. I had to restart it. So now we're gonna go into our Q&A section, you guys. Let us know any questions you guys have. Now's the time to ask for the farming guide. I am gonna go in and edit this to where we just have the farming guide section for a later video. Jason says, I like it almost entirely, though I would say I would farm Bastila Fallen ASAP to throw in the Empire team, then finish the other 4 characters and get Malik while you wait to relic for Sith Eternal Emperor. Jason says Bastila under Palp is extremely helpful, and Darth Revan and Malik are amazing characters to have earlier on. Plus, they only need to be gear 12. Yeah, you can. So again, it's your account, right? So what we have here is just a mere suggestion of what we feel is going to be the best route to go. So if you remember in phase 4, we really talk about starting to farm that first order, right? Is what we're farming here, so that we can work towards phase 5, which is going to be Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Now, if you choose that you want to go on and farm something different, that is completely up to you. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. You're gonna get some other Sith in there that actually work really well with Palp, and Vader as well. Actually, I've been enjoying Sith Marauder. That guy hits like a truck. And so it just depends on what you want to do. So good points though there, Jason. What do you think about that, Evo?
I mean, it's, kind of the same thing like you and I did with our IMPS accounts. Like, I went straight into the Darth Revan, and you went straight into Padme.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, exactly like you said, it's it's personal preference, and what we're talking to some experienced players here, where the guide should be available for new players as well, and something that is a suggestion for them, like you said. So. I mean, no matter what, you and I have talked about this quite a bit. There's always going to be suggestions of things that somebody else would do a certain way, like the way I farm things and the way you farm things. But I mean, overall, just for information, I think it's a good just kind of outline.
Yeah, Dark Thatcher says not mad about having to Relic 7 Marauder. He does hit hard. Yeah, he hits real hard. I've got 2 Relic 7 Marauders, one on the Hyperdrive bundle account and one on the main account, and man, they hit hard. So I know phase 4 is a bit ambitious, right? It's pretty early. You're talking about first year having a galactic legend, but I think it's very doable with Sith Eternal Emperor, with the characters that are needed. And I think Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's not too far off either, with being able to follow up right after that. I think for me, like every year, it's like there's something that's at the top of the arena that sticks there. Well, now we've kind of have like this ceiling, right? CG said there's nothing that's going to be more powerful than Galactic Legends right now, as far as we know, right? So we had our first 2 Galactic Legends with Galactic Legend Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Well, they brought out these next 2, Sith Eternal Emperor and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, and they're at essentially even level playing fields. There's like a circle as far as what can beat what, right? So like Sith Eternal can't beat Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but he can beat the other 2 and of course himself in mirror matches. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren can't beat Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, but can beat the other 2 and himself, right? Rey can beat I think it's so Rey can beat Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, as well as Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, but like can't get past, or maybe it's Sith Eternal and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, I don't know. But she can beat 2 of them, but can't beat one, like just can't do it. They're hard counter. So it's a big circle essentially. Each Galactic Legend can beat 2 plus the mirror match, so essentially 3 Galactic Legends, but there's a hard counter for one of them. They just can't get past them. So Jedi Master Luke can't get past Sith Eternal Emperor, just can't do it. Jason says great outline and graphics, nice and clear, cool. Darth Asa says it's crazy to think you can have 2 Galactic Legends before you get Gas or Malik or even Padme. I know it is very crazy. It's like I said, it was ambitious, man. But when you really break it down, it's like it's really not that bad. Outside of the relicking part, like the characters themselves aren't that bad. Jason says when gearing, how many characters do you focus on at a time? Darth Asa says he tries on no more than 2. And it says depends on what gear he needs for those tunes. I kind of tend to work on teams at a time, so I can potentially. What's up, dang son? I'm doing I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? So I can tend to work on up to 5 characters at a time, but that's typically a light side, a dark side, Cantina. Sometimes I'll stretch to an additional light side or additional dark side. So it just really depends on what I'm trying to get accomplished. I don't know. What about you, Evo?
Dude, on my main account, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. Because like you know, I favorite everything on that account. So, I mean, what I'm doing right now is I'm focusing on one character at a time. Like right now, I'm trying to get my Padme up to gear 12 on that account. But what I'll do periodically is I'll scroll down in my favorites list and see what other characters that I'm just accidentally getting gear for along the way through things. And I'll go through and I'll throw gear on other tunes that I need. So, my main focus is always on one. But I'm like conscious of the gear that I'm accumulating and toss it on other characters too.
But what about actual farming characters? When you're farming characters, when you sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna go farm, let's say I'm gonna go farm for Padme, how many characters at a time do you farm?
Oh, characters?
Yeah.
4. So 2 on like light side, dark side hard nodes, 2 on ships hard nodes. 2 to 3 on ships, depending on how good I am with my day.
Yeah, so I mean, it depends on what you're doing. So if you're using refreshes to refresh nodes, I understand only working on 2 at a time, and I think Darth Asta does that a lot, where he'll refresh the hard node. I think Evo and I approach it a little differently. We both we typically don't do refreshes on hard nodes. So we'll end up farming up to about 4 hard nodes at a time. So it just depends on how you're using that currency that you have. Obviously, if you're refreshing nodes, you're going to have the opportunity to cut down your farming times. So that is a tip. Evo and I typically take the normal, if we're not buying into the character, the typical like 3-month time frame to farm a character. So if you're doing it free to play, most characters take you about 3 months without refreshing the actual hard node. So you're farming that node once a day to actually farm all the way up to 7 stars. So see, yeah, Jason refreshes hard node twice a day. So yeah. So yeah, if I were to do that, I would probably only focus in on 2 characters because of how I'm using my actual currency at that point.
Yeah, if I'm refreshing hard nodes, I'm doing it during events like the one this weekend.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I do that.
So again, there's different takes on how to actually go through and farm different things and stuff like that. Darth Acid says, for shards, I do 1 character on normal energy, 1 fleet, and 1 cantina. Right now, I need Piet and Krennic, so I am farming 2 from normal energy. Okay. Are you doing refreshes, Darth Asta, on those nodes? Is that why? Are you refreshing the hard node? Cantina, I usually only focus in on 1 character at a time. He refreshes the 25 on normal. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty normal. All right, what else we got out there, guys? We got Dang Sun here. We got Jason. We got Darth Asta. We got 8 people watching. We got Ricardo. What are the questions we got, guys? If there aren't any, that's fine too. We'll go ahead and end the actual stream, guys. Give you guys a few seconds to respond. Speaking of farming, I gotta do some. It's 11 o'clock. Darth says, during the double drop, I refreshed the 100 to the 100s. Okay. That's a great question, Jason. I don't know why there's only 2 likes. You know, my moderator over there is slacking here, Darth Asta. All right, my friends. It looks like no more questions. Obviously, if you guys are watching this afterwards, go ahead and post the questions in the comments below. I will be cutting this one down to just go over the farming guide itself. So we'll leave out the kit reveal and we'll leave out the Q&A. My internet went down. I'm on my phone. Cut me some slack. I didn't know. So we will repost the actual farming guide portion for you guys as an actual separate video for you guys to enjoy that. If you're not a part of the Discord, guys, make sure you join the Discord. Should be in the description down below, and that is where I will post right after this all of the graphics so you guys can follow that farming guide for yourselves. No need to pause the video and play and pause and play. You can see it for yourselves all day long. All right, everybody. Darth Asta, Jason, Dang Sung. Man, I'm starting to lose my voice here. Ricardo, Doc Diggler, thank you guys all so much for stopping by. I know it's been a crazy month with the content. I greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are always one to support. We have got by far the best community that is out there in the galaxy. Thank you guys so much. All right, my friends, until next time, we're gonna go ahead and put up the deuces. My name was Itachi. He is
Evo.
And this was your Imperial Military Podcast Show. All right, guys. Peace out.